100 years. I understand the tug of war between neighbors and land use very personally. But we have to realize that we do need to have planning, and we do need to have an actual living in a modern society. We do have to have planning, and we have to have a government that reflects both the private property needs, my individual needs, my individual wants on the private property that I own, and my neighbors, and also the environment too. Nobody remember. How do you remember the Ohio River? Was the Cayuga River catching on fire back in the 60s? The river caught on fire. I mean, that is one of the most tremendous things I ever remember learning as a kid. And now we have the Clean Water Act to protect our water. These things make sense. There's other examples out there, like the Clean Air Act. As far as the air quality we breathe now is a lot better. And the smog everywhere, that is all done through a republic, through us as individuals in this room getting together and making things happen. But we need to balance the private property with every other use. And we need to do that in a republic, in a room like this. We need to hash everything out.
What is your position on wild and scenic designation for the McCollum?
So I had the real privilege when I was a kid, just down the road here with my buddy Jake Chatfield. We'd run down the river, River Canyon, jump in the river on a hot summer day, and it's just an amazing place. And I know many in this room have had that experience for even longer than I have. And it's a tremendous asset to our community. And so moving back here 7 years ago and having the opportunity to work on a campaign to protect the McCollum from East Bay mud, building a larger Pardee reservoir and destroying the river where I used to play as a kid and where I now bring my kids to play, was just great to be part of that process. And I think that now we need to look at moving it to a point with wild and scenic designation that would set aside just a very small stretch of river that is not already dammed. Right now, if you start from Comanche, you have a dammed Comanche Reservoir, Pardee Reservoir, you move up, you have Electra, you go all the way up to Salt Springs Reservoir, not to mention Tiger Creek. You have a dam on every few miles of the river. It's well dammed right now. And so let's leave just a few stretches for us to enjoy both for recreation, but also for economic development. We have a chance with the Oars Rafting Company to bring commercial rafting into here. That's not something we could do if that river was underwater. And we have plenty of water in storage. If you look, we're blessed. We have Pardee, Comanche, New Hogan, New Maloney's. We have a tremendous millions of acres of feet of water stored already that we can utilize if we work cooperatively together in Calaveras County. And yes, it will be challenging, but we do need to protect the last stretches of our river through wild and scenic designation. I encourage you all to support that position.
We differ greatly on that one. I'm opposed to wild and scenic designation on the McCollum. Chris grew up playing in the river. You can do that now. Why do we need more controls and shut out anything on the river? You want water rights? We have those, let's protect them, let's fight East Bay mud when they come up and try to destroy the river, yes, but let's not shut everything out on the river. We can do all those things that Chris has talked about already. If we designate it as a wild and scenic river, we're going to shut out a lot of things on the river. If you want economic development, you need water. Do we have enough water? Go talk to CCWD. Talk to East Bay Mud. They're going to fight us constantly, but that doesn't mean we have to totally lock up this river, because it has nothing to do with East Bay Mud. It has something to do with us, the people that live on the river, by the river, and use the river for recreational purposes. It's just more government control, and we don't need that.